Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Toku, Boston and Bellingham's only podcast about Godzilla, Ultraman. Did I do that right? Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, and all their kaiju friends. I am your host,
do the two
David.
G's first.
I do. I know. I fucked up. I'm your host, David.
I'm Brian.
And we're back. It's been a couple weeks, another one extra week. There's a very good reason for that, as I'm sure you all know. I was at All Monsters Attack in Chicago. I'm going to talk about that later, though. For our new kaiju thing, are you checking out segment, whatever the hell I call that segment, I don't know anymore. But yes, we're back, and we've got a bunch of ideas we want to cover on this show. I haven't talked to you about any of this, Brian. Well, some of it, but we have about a good like 5 or 6 ideas lined up that are gonna happen at some point in the future. We don't know when. We'll get to that at the end of the show. But
so this is all news to me too.
Some of it is. I mean, I've run some of those ideas past you, but only in like passing, nothing like concrete, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but this week, of May 15th. I don't know why I'm saying that we're recording that day, but fuck it, I don't care. This podcast is chaotic enough as is. I'm just gonna add some more because why not? We're gonna be covering the Thailand kaiju film "The Beast Below."
Best movie ever made.
I think Brian and I have some different opinions about this movie, but I'm not entirely sure.
Best movie ever made.
Okay. All right. Well,
Oscar worthy.
You know what? I'll agree on that front, on that point. So, but yeah, we do have a little bit of news to get into before we do that. So, Brian, would you like to start off? Or would you like me to start off?
I'll start off because I love this. Viral marketing for the as yet untitled sequel to Cloverfield has begun. The Slusha website that was used as viral marketing for the original film back in 2008. Holy shit.
I know. It's
has
15
resurfaced.
years, Brian. 15 years since Cloverfield came out.
I hate it. I remember when the initial marketing first went going. Like, I remember the teaser trailer with like no credits or anything showing before.
It
I don't even know what
it was Transformers that was shown in front of.
Yeah, it was just the shot of the Statue of Liberty's head being chucked across the city, and that was it. And that was enough to be like, oh boy.
Are we gonna have to do a Cloverfield review soon for this?
I think I told you that I wanted to.
It's been a hot minute since I've watched it, so it might be time.
Yeah. Anyways, and while there's not much to go on here, I don't really remember there being much to go on with the original version either. Well, yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, you can just make your own different slush show combinations. Maybe we'll have to dig a little deeper into the website to see if any mysteries lie within. I have a feeling it's probably not much. Like, if it's an online ARG, somebody would have solved it by now.
That's true.
So, like people who don't even care about Cloverfield will literally, every time somebody does one of these online ARG things, like, people from all over the fucking place, whether they care about it or not, will come to solve it just so they could say they do.
Yeah, that's very true. So I guess there really isn't much. It is cool that they brought it back. I guess I wish there was a little more to it. I mean, thing is with like Godzilla King of the Monsters, the ARG stuff for that movie was really, really cool. Like getting like all those little details about Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. Like, that was really cool stuff. I wish they'd do a little more with it. But I mean, I guess it kind of fits with the Cloverfield brand. You know, the original teaser trailer being like a nothing thing. Cloverfield Paradox. I don't want to say they did not Cloverfield Paradox. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Didn't they do something weird with that one too?
I think so, but I think it was mainly just a lot of like Easter eggs in the movie itself.
Okay. I mean, the Cloverfield Paradox, like the trailer dropped and it was like, hey, this movie's out. in like 2 hours.
And boy, was it good.
Wow, Brian,
Best movie ever
you
made.
should
Wow.
you should be a comedian. You're so funny.
I should
You're
be.
so funny, Brian.
I remember there were some parts of it that I did like, but it was mainly just like ideas it had, but the execution was awful.
I legitimately do not remember if there was anything I liked about the movie. Because I watched it the one time and I like hated it and never thought about it ever again.
So I actually have a really kind of, I mean, it's kind of enraging.
Okay.
When I think about it, but so for anyone who doesn't know, the Cloverfield Paradox was actually a different movie before it was picked up by J.J. Abrams' production house.
Well, I think that was the same with 10 Cloverfield Lane, wasn't it?
It was, but the difference between that 10 Cloverfield Lane and the Cloverfield Paradox was that I was actually like paying attention to the production of the original movie, which was called like God Particle, because like there was actual news about it before it came out and before it was turned into the Cloverfield Paradox, and I was like really interested in it because it was like because the bones of the movie was generally the same, but it wasn't tied in with all this Cloverfield crap.
Yeah.
It actually had stuff shot and like storyboarded, and it was like kind of like a horror mystery in space, and I was like, oh, that's fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like went completely dark, and then it came out as this, and like it to this day annoys the shit out of me because there is a good movie that was in production at some point, or at least a better movie.
Could you imagine if the rumors ended up being true and Overlord actually turned out to be a Cloverfield movie? I feel like that would have been way better.
I have a feeling that Overlord was a Cloverfield movie.
You think so?
But then Cloverfield Paradox happened, and they're like, well,
we can't have two Cloverfield movies in the same year.
This is now like movie herpes. We can't put this brand on it. So we're just gonna revert it. Because there were parts of I like Overlord. I think it's a fun movie, but it does feel like there's stuff that was taken out of it.
It's been a while. I only watched the one time, and I'll have to give it a rewatch to like really get what you're talking about there. We'll see.
I watched it a few times. It definitely feels like they had more ideas that they wanted to go with, but they kind of just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I hope this is like an actual sequel that rocks. I mean, I hate how they made Cloverfield an alien. I hate it.
I don't think it's that big a deal, honestly.
I think it's just stupid, though. I liked the idea of him being like a creature with like deep sea gigantism. I thought that was an awesome idea.
I guess so. I don't know. It doesn't really. It makes no difference to me. Like I don't think the monster being an alien like detracts from my enjoyment of the film. That's my stance.
I mean, it doesn't detract from mine either. I just like presumably if they make a sequel, they're gonna have to explore the monster a bit. So I don't know. Doesn't matter.
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on, a new teaser poster for Gamera Rebirth has dropped, and with it, the confirmation that our alien shark overlord Zigra will be appearing. What is interesting, however, is how very unshark-like he looks. He's kind of more of a stingray appearance, which kind of like Bostang from Ultra Q, which, I mean, it kind of works. I think sharks and rays are related. Brian, you might be able to confirm that for me. I know you love a good shark fact.
I don't think they're related, but I could be wrong.
Damn, fake shark
fan. Look.
Fake shark fan.
I mean, sharks in their form have been basically genetically the same for like millions of years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It would have to be a really early divert. I mean, that's like saying like every mammal is from a fish. Like
that's
eventually
fair.
You go far back enough to where it's
I
true.
Guess that's fair. But I want to say like they were relatively closely related. I don't know. But I heard that from friend of the show Jacob. So
you're right. They are very closely related. I didn't know that.
There we go. See, Ron, you learn something new every day. But yeah, so that kind of works for Zigger. I'm very interested to see the take on it. is like with obviously the Gamera and Gyaos and less so Jiger. They're all sticking pretty close to the original look, but Zigra's look so far is a very drastic departure from the original design, which is a shame because the original Zigra design, as much as I hate the movie, hate's a strong word. As much as I dislike the movie, I like Zigra's look is like phenomenal. I think it's a great look. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see this when it actually comes out. If we ever get a release date for this thing. But anyways, that makes 2 kaiju left to discover for this series. Someone on Twitter, I can't remember who, pointed out that each kaiju that has been revealed has kind of been in chronological order from the original Gamera series. Gamera versus Gyaos is 1967, I believe. Yeah, 67. Jiger's 69. Zigra is 71. So the next 2, there's a good chance the next 2 could be, Legion or Iris or Zetas. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case, if that's actually what they're doing, but still something cool to think about. That also means, Brian, get on watching the other ones. You got to do it.
Yeah. Well, busy couple weeks for me. But, speaking of sharks.
Wow, what a great transition.
We finally got a trailer for 2024's Best Picture winner, Meg 2: The Trench. Best movie ever. We're gonna cover it here day one.
Day fucking one. We're gonna infiltrate. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grow this carpet. Yeah. So hold on. When does Meg 2 come out? We gotta find out. It is August 4th. So between now and August 4th, everyone listening, I want you to share the fuck out of this podcast. I want you to make us the biggest kaiju podcast on the planet. All so we can go to the premiere of Meg 2: The Trench and give you guys red carpet coverage. That's how fucking excited we are for Meg 2: The Trench.
I got a better idea.
Oh, I'm listening.
We somehow befriend Jason Statham.
I don't think that's gonna work because from what I've heard, Jason Statham is an absolute piece of shit. Like, he's a total dickhead.
Never mind.
He's a total dickhead out like to people. So I don't think I even want to attempt that.
Okay, we befriend Jason Statham, and then we mug him and take all of his money.
Okay,
and then we take his pass, and then we go on the red carpet.
I'm cutting this out, Brian. We can't talk about mugging people on the show. Jesus Christ.
Okay. You can just bleep it out. It would be funny.
Oh my God. But yeah, red carpet coverage of Meg 2: The Trench. We're gonna be there. Honestly though, it looks delightful. I mean, the first one is like kind of self-aware and stupid, but like this one is very clearly self-aware and stupid. Like they are well aware that like this is an inherently stupid concept, and they are just running with it. I mean, the line in the trailer where someone goes, "That's the biggest mega I've ever seen," and Jason Statham goes, "That's the biggest mega anyone's ever seen." Like, you don't hear that line and take a movie like that seriously. That's just not how it works, man.
I like the one where it was like they're hunting in packs or whatever.
Yeah. A thing
I
sharks are famous to do. I
kind of lost it at that one.
Yeah. Well-known shark thing, hunting in packs. Jesus Christ.
That was funny.
I can't. I legitimately cannot wait for it. It's.
Do we know what the rating is for sequel?
I don't know. What was the first one, R or PG-13?
It's PG-13. That was probably my like least favorite thing about it, because it was like trying to be fun, but I feel like if they kind of just went all out with the shark murdering people, it would have been funnier. But
probably not. I mean, it's usually the ratings don't get dropped until like much closer to the release, like when the movie's actually done. I mean, it's close. I'm sure it's close to done, but it's probably still in post-production right now, so they probably won't have a rating in for it until, I don't know, it comes out in August, maybe early July or late June, I would say.
Now the real question is, do you think there is a giant prosthetic of the Meg's face and mouth? And 2, do you think we could get it?
Ben Wheatley does seem like the kind of director who would do a prosthetic. So I'd say there's like a 70% chance that a giant, prosthetic or animatronic exists. Whether or not we can get it, that's a much lower chance, I feel.
We gotta attend all the auctions we can.
Okay, all right. I think we can do that.
We're gonna have to book a several months long trip to Hollywood.
That is
just to camp outside.
That's fine by me. If it means we can get some scoops for Meg 2 The Trench, I am more than happy for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on, our final story for the day, or maybe final. I'm not sure. Well, I'll mention the other thing, but YouTuber Stephen Hay. Brian, do you know who this guy is?
Nope.
Neither do I. Cool. Just making sure. YouTuber Stephen Hay has announced a new independent tokusatsu series called Ginormo. The synopsis follows. Created in the early 1970s, Ginormo follows the Super Protection Force, SPF, as they protect the world from the evil organization Beast Advanced Artillery Division, BAD, which seeks to take over the world using the most terrifying monsters ever created. Unfortunately, due to the shoestring budget and the incompetence of the production team, the show was so badly done it never aired. Recently discovered by Stephen Hay, we will be airing it for the first time as an unintentional comedy masterpiece.
I'm excited.
I'm sort of not. I mean, I watched the trailer, and it to me, it kind of comes off as like oh yeah, haha, tokusatsu, bad effects kind of thing, rather than something done out of like a genuine love for the medium. I don't know. I'll have you watch it after we record, and you can tell me what you think. But that's how it kind of seemed to me. I don't know. I'll see when the episodes start coming out, which they might have already started coming out. I don't remember when they said it was going to start airing. Is it already? Oh, it started airing 3 days ago. So there you go. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic, which wouldn't be the first time on this show. But
we love pessimism here.
We sure
thrive
do.
on it.
That's my middle name. But
not mine, but yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of all the news. There's another news thing that it's not confirmed, but we may have gotten an official title for the Apple Plus TV series Monsterverse. It's called.
Oh, did we?
Maybe it's not. I haven't seen anything confirmed. KDM on Twitter, who's been like really, really good with leaks, like really accurate leaks, sort of more or less confirmed it. I mean, they gave the clue LOM, and then someone, I don't even know what the source was, but I saw the name Legacy of Monsters floating around, which, not gonna lie, I kind of don't like that name. It seems really generic, but whatever.
It also seems like just a very easy guess.
That too. I don't know. I can't remember if KDM ever confirmed.
Oh, it's a Godzilla show and M is in the title? Oh my god, that must be Monster.
Yeah.
I can't think of any L words.
Legacy.
You could have very easily gone with like League of Monsters or something, which is equally as bad.
League of Mechagodzilla. That should be the title.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm not really gonna give much credit to that.
Yeah, no. But that's it for the news. There's nothing I really, really want to talk about
Oh wait, no. But another thing that you told me about was that it's confirmed that the Ultraman show has 13 episodes, and we hate it.
That's not really news.
It's news to me. You told me yesterday, and I was very upset.
I was browsing Netflix yesterday. And I had forgotten season 3 of the Ultraman anime dropped, and I was curious. I'm like, all right, season 2 is 6 episodes. How long is season 3? It's back to 12 episodes. I'm like, fuck. That's going to be a fucking nightmare to get through. So
I'm going to look to see what the reviews are, or the reception is for it.
Yeah, I know we said we'd cover it, but like, Brian, I don't know if I have it in me to like. I'm sure we'll watch it, but I don't know if I have it in me to do a whole ass episode on it.
I also don't know if I have it in
Yeah,
me.
we might cover it in our what new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now segment, but a full episode, well, I mean, hey, maybe it'll blow us away. Maybe it'll be really, really good. I doubt it, but who knows? There's always a chance, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really seeing reviews for it right now.
Okay, I guess we'll
It's
have
kind
to
of hard
find
to
out
find
for
reviews for
ourselves.
specific seasons, actually.
That's fair, yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to watch and find out, Brian.
I don't care about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care.
We've come this far. We have to finish it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know.
I
mean, like, you know what? I have a bunch of edibles.
Yeah, exactly. We'll figure. Life finds a way, Brian.
Life does find a way.
Life finds a way.
Oh God.
All right. I kind of want to talk about something the Godzilla fandom was doing that's stupid, but like, not really, because it's the same bullshit. You know, same old song and dance of like, no one cares about the human characters, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm done.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you though? This was like on Facebook,
post, wasn't it?
No, it was on Facebook.
Oh, it was on Facebook.
See,
no.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing every time. At this point, I'm just tired of talking about it. You guys all know our stance on that argument. It's dumb. I'm just done. I don't want to waste any more breath on it, so I don't think we're going to cover that particular argument anymore.
Unless it is a particular issue in the next Godzilla movie. I don't think we're gonna.
Well, the next Godzilla movie being New Empire. Like, I have faith that whatever Toho is doing this year will end up being solid in that department, but we'll see.
I mean, considering that the director for it, he was doing like dramas before.
That's true.
So.
Yeah. So I think we'll be taken care of on that front for sure. But New Empire, you know, who knows? We'll see.
See, this is what I'm saying is that there's room for both crowds.
Exactly.
There's room for people who don't care about it, and there's room for us.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't mean the New Empire. I meant the New Empire. There we go.
Oh my God.
The
New Empire.
I can't forget that we made that a bit. We got to keep that up. All right, Brian, you want to talk about
Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire?
Thank you. Do we want to talk about the big lizard?
Do you want to talk about your Chicago extravaganza first?
No, I'm gonna save that for the end.
Okay.
Because I think
I can talk about Big Lizard. I mean, Giant Monster.
I mean, he's
it's
both.
A giant monster.
He's both, though. He is both a giant monster and a big lizard. So the Beast Below. We watched it. We got high and watched it, which I will say, I that was the suggestion from a friend of the show, Jacob. I don't know if he said get high, but he said intoxicated of some kind. But it definitely didn't help that on streaming, like Amazon and stuff, the dub was the only way to watch it. Like, we couldn't watch it in the original language, which kind of sucked.
Yep.
But you know what? I still had a lot of fun with it.
I honestly think it probably made it better.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I don't like sober. I probably been like, whatever. That was fine, I guess. But like, this is it's a fun movie to watch. Like, just to like hang out with. It's a good like movie to watch with friends for sure. I don't think we would have enjoyed this as much if we just watched it by ourselves.
Yeah, I think. How did I describe it? I described it that it's like the best of the sci-fi original movies.
Yes. And
like, I still think that's pretty accurate because like there's a lot of them that are just fucking terrible, boring. But then there are some that you're just like, oh, like this is stupid and it looks like shit, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So
that's how I talked about Shinpei Hayashi's Raiga trilogy. It was very much like that, where like it's it's like, I think my review for Rago was something along the lines of like every Sci-Fi Channel original movie except the director actually gave a shit is how I worded it, and that definitely feels kind of this. It's kind of the same here. Now, Brian, did you retain any of the integral knowledge that we learned watching this movie?
I think this movie was so simple that I think I can actually tell you the entire story.
That's not what I meant. I was gonna ask. I was asking like, do you remember how to look for water and how to get how to get groundwater?
Oh, well, you can put plates down for one.
You can put plates down. Yep. You
get
them
those
face
two
down.
little like dinkers, and you
dinkers.
hold them
That's
together.
The word you chose. Okay.
And then like sometimes they'll make a noise, and you're like, oh my god, there's maybe water.
It's a dowsing
underneath.
rod, I believe it's called.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So the basic plot of the movie is,
and then you can also just have a giant drill and some explosives,
and just hope for the best. Yeah. So the plot of the movie is that like they're in a drought, and so the influencer character, Fawn, she runs a contest to find a bunch of water, and they get 1 million baht. I think was the currency.
Yep.
And so,
which is roughly like 30,000 USD,
something like that. Yeah. So Cow and his friends, who I said this to Brian, I know his name was Cow, but I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and all I could hear was Cal. that's on me. That was just a funny tidbit. So Cal and his friend, his cousin, and then it's never clear what the relationship is with Yo. Like, is he just a dude who like also knew Grandpa Woot, or is he like actually related? I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I guess everyone just called him Grandpa. It was like that kind of thing. Like he's everyone's grandpa, basically.
Yeah.
I guess that was how that worked. But yeah. So Cow and his friends and cousin they go join the contest because like,
hold on, you're forgetting the most important part though.
What am I forgetting?
Is that they used to be very famous singers, and then their manager set them up to fail by planting narcotics on them. And they got
never
busted
brought up again
by the army.
Yeah, what was it? He was like the Anti-Narcotics League or something.
Yeah, Anti-Narcotics League. They arrested them, and yeah, and then their career was ruined. So then they just
decided to get because they want to get the money so they could make a new album. I think is
I mean, like they went back home because they heard that Grandpa died.
Yeah,
and then they were just like, I'm done mourning. It's time to go make some money.
Yeah, so they joined the contest so we can make a new album, so we can have a big comeback and be like, hey manager, fuck you. I'm clean. I don't do drugs. Drugs are for squares.
And a clear example of the dub being the only way to watch this movie, is there are flashbacks between the grandpa and Cow as a child, and the child's like English voice actor is fucking hilarious.
Everyone's voice actor in this is hilarious, like the dub.
No,
like,
but specifically Cow as a kid.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh.
But yeah, they're looking for water, and it turns out there's a big lizard under the ground.
He vomits on people.
Did we even ever get a origin for the lizard? Do we ever figure out where it came from?
I think they like talked about how like there's like a legend, but they never really like
it was just there
anymore about it.
Yeah, they alluded to it, but it wasn't like anything concrete, basically.
Yeah,
which like I guess like that's not a bad thing necessarily. I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't really need that in your monster movie, but it was just a non-choice. But yeah, and that's kind of the plot. That's kind of all it is. people die, they get killed. There's actually some pretty solid kills in the movie, I will say.
My favorite one was the dude who got bisected.
That was pretty cool.
As soon as it happened, I said, Dave, I know exactly what happened, and this is gonna look terrible.
You did say that.
And then I was waiting for it because it was like the dramatic buildup, and then it happened, and I was like, that looks pretty terrible.
Well, but again, Brian, you gotta understand that, like,
I know it's low budget. I know.
I'm actually gonna look
so
up
funny.
the budget for this movie. Now that
I
I'm
can
thinking
probably
about it.
tell you. I'm on IMDb right now.
Okay.
Okay.
IMDb says this movie was 2.5 hours long. I don't know where they're getting that from.
I don't know. I can't look at the info without getting a fucking pro membership.
Oh, well, I can't find the budget anywhere else. See, it's not even listed on the movie database, so oh well, guess we'll never know. But it was a low budget film, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, I like low budget movies. I think they're charming.
Yeah, exactly. And this is very charming. Especially, I mean, that's helped a lot by the dubbing actors who. How much did you say they probably got paid? I asked you what you thought they got paid, and what did you say?
$5 and a can of Pepsi.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's still enjoyable. Like, it's still funny. It's a good movie to laugh at.
I mean, it is a movie with a plot that is easy to follow, and it is entertaining. That is more than a lot of actual movies that have a lot of money put behind them can actually achieve.
You're very right. That's I hadn't considered that, but you're so right.
There is a lot of shit that gets put out today that is like corporatized and boring, and sometimes you just need a low budget flick to give you perspective. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're not snooty here. Not everything can be Godzilla X Kong, the new empire.
Oh, very nice, Brian. Bringing it back. Love that for you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Jesus. But we got to talk about the best character, though.
Boss me. He's a little
he's a
bit of a creeper.
He was like very, very pushy as he's like, Fawn, I'm gonna take you out. And there was a very good line. He's like, I'm gonna take you to dinner, and Fawn's just like, I don't eat dinner.
I don't need dinner. Yeah, that was good.
That's a pretty good comeback, honestly. Like, I do think that's a pretty solid comeback. I don't think anyone would buy it in real life. I mean, obviously, I don't think Boss Me did either, but it's still just a funny retort. But yeah, he's a weird dude. What did you say he sounded like? He sounded like Cartman.
Yeah, he did sound like Cartman.
He does kind of.
He's Ty Cartman.
He's Ty Cartman. Okay. But yeah, he's like bringing guns around to like threaten people.
Oh my God, there was that. So I just remembered that during like that same scene where he's like trying to get her to go to dinner with him.
Oh yeah,
our main character Cow like comes over and starts like
laughing at him.
Like laughing at him and making fun of him and shit, telling him to go away. And then I said to you, like, how much are you bet that he has like a gun or
and
something?
Then literally
like he's gonna
2
pull
seconds
a gun.
later.
And then Boss Me literally starts walking away, asks this fucking like worker dude, like, did we bring the gun?
Yeah. It was like
I'm like, I fucking knew it.
The timing was so perfect on it. It was incredible.
Yeah. Now, did we even know what happened to Boss Me? I feel like he was. Did he die?
No, because so he and Fawn go down into the monster's lair to like free people and like free all the victims, because like the monster like does the aliens thing where it doesn't kill them, it like vomits over them and like encases them in slime to feed its young or whatever. So Boss Me like runs away when the monster comes up, and it's just Fawn. And then at the very, very end, it's a combination of the after credit scene for Pacific Rim and Godzilla 1998, he comes up out of nowhere, and he's holding one of the monster's eggs.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. So there's that. So Beast Below
I
2
forgot about that.
coming soon. I don't know, maybe.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I would like to see more. That'd be interesting.
That'd be kind of awesome.
Already, it's like that's kind of like Gamera versus Barugan with the egg, you know?
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get everybody to watch this movie and then start talking about it.
So
And
word gets
then
around that we'll
get a sequel.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Maybe we can get can we get the dude who played Boss Meat onto the show?
Oh my god, please. Like the actual actor or the dubbing actor or both?
The actual actor.
Okay. There might be a bit of a language barrier, but
or both.
okay. All right. We might be able to do that. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. That'd be a good get, I feel, to have on the show.
Yeah. I feel like I would be a little bit intimidated.
Oh no, you can never be intimidated. Why? Because you think he's gonna pull a gun on you?
Yeah. He's always got the gun.
He's always got the gun. You're right.
What else do we want to talk about? Oh, about how apparently the giant lizard doesn't like water.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how.
It's just kind of like the whole movie is about them trying to find water.
Yeah.
And the way that they defeat the monster, I guess, is by flooding its cave.
Yeah.
And like I just don't really understand. But hey, you know what? They made the money. So
they did. They got the money. We assume Cow and his cousin, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yo. Or wait.
No, that wasn't Yo.
Oh, not Yo. I'm looking at IMDb and there's like 5 people credited.
Oh, cool.
Total.
Love that.
And it's Cow, Fawn, Yo, Jane, who I'm assuming is the cousin, and then Boss Me.
Shoot. Okay, hold on. I think it may have been Jane.
Probably.
I'm just gonna assume. I'm pretty sure.
Was there any other notable women characters in the movie?
Absolutely not. No, it was just Fawn and his cousin. So I guess that is Jane. Anyways, what were we talking about? Why did we bring up Jane?
I don't know.
Oh, I assume Cow and Jane. They got the money. They made. We assume they made their album. I don't know what they're doing now, but
making music.
They're pop stars. Is Thai pop a thing? Is that like a thing that people like?
I mean, I assume it's maybe.
Would it be T-pop? I mean, you have K-pop and J-pop for Korea and Japan respectively.
This is not my area of expertise.
Maybe it
Dave.
should be, Brian.
Nah. I think I want to take a quick second to talk about my favorite character in the entire movie, which is the goofy-looking motherfuckers with their bowl haircuts.
Those guys were
and the crazy,
so great.
I don't know any of their names.
I didn't even think they were named.
They were all like just smoking joints.
They weren't even smoking joints. They had like a leaf, like just an unnamed leaf. It was not a marijuana leaf. It was just like a normal looking leaf that they just like. I think they like chewed it. Like it wasn't a tobacco leaf either. They just like chewed the leaf and it like. I think it was like it supposedly like helped them find the water. I'm pretty sure.
I guess so. So fucking weird.
You know, it's funny.
I mean, like, I'm watching, like, the trailer on IMDb, and they're in it. Yeah. And they're just in, like, weird tracks.
Yeah, they were just in tracksuits the whole time. Oh, and then remember his the main dude's, like, first 2 guys, like, ran off because they found the motorcycle from the guys in the beginning. And he's like, excuse me? You're fucking fired. And then they get attacked by the beast. Also, it's funny that, like, this movie is about finding water, and, I'm getting ads for Dune Part 2 on IMDb, so now I'm just thinking,
also got ads for Dune Part 2.
If only the Fremen like saw this movie and they knew how to find the water. Denis Villeneuve, and who's the director of this film? Am I gonna butcher the pronunciation? Yes, I am, probably. Chalit Krileadmongkon. You guys got to get together and do a crossover between The Beast Below and Dune. It's got to happen. I will pay for it.
Hard agree.
Out of pocket. It might not be the most expensive movie ever made. It may even be the least expensive movie ever made, but it'll get made. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to talk about how this movie was kind of like Mad Max?
It was kind of. Most of that was from like the desert setting. I think that was definitely a part of it.
Well, like when they kicked off the competition, they had a bunch of like fucking cars and shit with
and
they're like drilling rigs, and it was literally like kind of like the beginning of Fury Road, where it's like the sweeping shots of all the cars.
A lot of similar shot composition to Fury Road, which is very funny. But also, I mean, hey, if you're gonna take inspiration from any action movie in terms of direction, Fury Road's the one to do it, man. Like,
yeah,
I do not blame you for doing that.
The movie fucking rocks.
I know.
I love Fury Road.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah. I should probably watch it again.
Hey, Brian, how many times?
The only thing I think it's missing is a giant lizard.
Damn. Well, hey, Furiosa's coming out soon, right? Maybe that'll have a giant lizard in it.
Maybe. I mean, it is like an irradiated wasteland, so
exactly. So you never know. There's a good chance. George Miller,
hey,
if you're listening,
in Fury Road, he eats a two-headed lizard.
Oh, that's true. Maybe that's The Beast Below. Maybe that's the origin story of The Beast Below.
Is that the egg? Is that what came out of the egg that Boss Me?
Yes,
captured.
That's the egg.
Oh my god, is this like a phantom prequel to Mad Max Fury Road?
You know, ignoring the fact that they take place in two entirely different parts of the world.
I don't know. I mean, Thailand, Australia.
Brian,
you remove the ocean. It's just a lot of driving.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to give you that one. But
no, I'm not going to give it to me either. I'm really stretching it right now.
You are.
Pretty bad.
Jesus Christ.
What was your favorite scene in the whole entire movie, Dave?
Oh, what was my favorite scene in the whole entire? I think I liked the part where they go to those guys in the bowl. No, you know what? I think my favorite scene in the whole entire movie is when they get back from the monster's lair and they're running to everyone, and Cal's just yelling, "It's a monster! It's a monster! It's a monster!" Just over and over again.
Yep.
It's so funny. It's like the exact same line delivery every time, and it's just really funny.
It did sound like it was a sound loop that they just kept playing over and over again.
So that became a kind of a running joke when we were watching it last night or the night before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite scene in the whole entire movie was when the goofy fuckers, like, I don't remember exactly why they did it, but they just took out, like, they were all carrying.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, we'll take care of this monster, and they just all pull out guns. It was fucking rad.
I thought that was pretty funny.
I think that was
they all looked so fucking funny.
I think that was shortly after when Cal comes up and he's like, "It's a monster."
Yeah. Yep, and then they all get horribly murdered.
Yeah, except for the main guy. I think he's still.
Yeah, except for the main guy.
He survives.
Main guy's
the end,
okay.
I believe. Thank God, he's the best one.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. The body count in this movie is actually way smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a small cast, so I'm not totally surprised.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I have to say about it. It was fun.
Yeah, I agree. I would recommend this to people, but understand that it's a silly movie, and there's nothing wrong with a silly movie. Like, how many Godzilla movies are silly as hell? A lot of them. A lot of them is the answer, especially the Gamera movies too.
Like, I was kind of thinking about this movie, like, you don't really hear a whole lot about the, like, Thailand's movie industry.
Yeah. It's
Like
burgeoning,
you
for
know,
sure.
obviously we know about the lake, and like that's a big one
Yeah.
that people were excited about. But before that, like never really heard much about it.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of like the same thing with like the Korean film industry before like Parasite came out. Like it was like it was pretty sizable, but it wasn't anywhere near like Hollywood or
Yeah.
certain European movie industries.
I mean, the Korean.
So I think it's really important that we get movies from other places, outside of just like Hollywood schlock, and that's what's gonna.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna get really good movies from, because they have more incentive to try harder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like obviously this is a stupid movie. Like I'm not saying it's high art or anything. What I'm trying to say is that like it's important to watch them and give them and like support it in any way you can, so that they can continue to move their movie industry forward, and we'll get better movies, and they'll get bigger budgets, and then we'll get more movie diversity, which is ideally the way we want things to go. Because if it always stays Hollywood, it's going to be real fucking boring.
Yeah.
It should go without saying that most of the most really fantastic movies do not come from America. They just don't. Not anymore.
Yeah, America
because
isn't making
a lot
shit like...
of it now is very like a lot of it in the States is just very corporatized. It's very like like everything is more of a product rather than
Brian,
an art form.
Don't you love Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? What the fuck was that?
I'm blowing raspberries into my microphone right
Brian,
now.
you have no idea how that.
See it.
You have no idea how that actually sounded on my head. I can't even describe the sound that made on my end. I'm just gonna have to have you listen to it when this episode comes out.
Sounds good.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, I mean, regardless of weird noises I make, that's my opinion. I think it's cool to watch movies from burgeoning movie.
And I hope we get more too. Like, I mean, this came out the same year as The Lake, and I hope we see. I've seen the term taiju thrown around, for kaiju. I hope we get more. I mean, I America, we're Hollywood. We're doing a shitload of giant monster movies. We've been doing it. We talked about it a couple months ago, or maybe even over a year ago. We're like, since Pacific Rim, we've more or less had a kaiju film, a Hollywood kaiju film release at least once a year. So, I'm all for getting more from other countries, whether it be Thailand or China or even Korea or something. I would love to see more countries' takes on that kind of like genre of film. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I would also just like to see more movies of any type come from.
Yeah, that too.
But we are a kaiju focused show.
Yeah, we are talking Toku.
My opinion on the film industry as a whole aside.
Yeah. But go. I would say definitely go check out The Beast Below. It's not streaming anywhere. You got to rent it, but I'd say it's still worth.
I'd say it's worth $5.
It's worth $5. Yeah, you get a nice. It's less than 2 hours, despite what IMDb tells you. I really don't know where they got 2.5 hours from. It's like an hour and 50 minutes, I think. And honestly, pacing wise, it doesn't feel that long, which is nice. It breezes by, and considering we were high at the time, that's impressive.
It's definitely a good watch with other people.
Yeah, for sure. Like definitely get together with some friends and just kind of chill the fuck out and
get a pizza, get some edibles, maybe get yourself some drinks,
do some heroin,
No, Dave.
That was a joke for legal reasons.
The thing I said about Jason Statham was also a joke for legal reasons.
Okay, I think that's a good place to end that review.
Yeah. Go check it out. Do it.
All right.
All right. Let's you talk about your Chicago fiasco, buddy.
Yeah. Why?
I want to hear about
Do you
it.
not have anything to talk about, Brian?
Nah.
You
I've been
piece of shit.
moving.
No, I know.
Work around the house.
Before I talk
not a
about the big thing, I do have one other thing to talk about for the What New Cool Kaiju thing I've been checking out right now. And I'm not going to provide any context. I'm just going to say what it is, and I'm going to let you all figure it out for yourselves. That includes you, Brian. I saw Beau is Afraid.
Okay.
That's all for me to say. I will.
Is there a giant monster in it?
I'm not going to elaborate any further, Brian. You will have to see
I'm
the
going
movie
to
for
assume
yourself.
there is a giant monster in it because I know that Beau is Afraid is like a lot of it is just like hallucinations of the main character. Whatever.
I am not going to elaborate any further.
Okay.
You will have to watch the movie for yourself and figure out what I mean by it being a kaiju
I would
film.
like to.
You
We'll
really
see.
should. It's very, very good. It's probably my favorite from Ari Aster.
Okay. Is it as like fucking awful? Like just awful to watch? Like great movies, but like
no,
I don't know how to explain it. Dreadful to watch as like
No.
Hereditary and Midsommar were.
No, it's not really it's not much of a horror movie like
Okay.
Midsommar and Hereditary were. It's more of a drama, but it's kind of a dramedy. Like it's still very funny.
Got it.
Yeah,
Because for anyone who doesn't know, Midsommar and Hereditary, fantastic movies, but I'll never watch them again.
I mean, I'll probably watch. I still haven't seen the director's cut of Midsommar. I still need to watch that. So,
Oh, you know what? I might watch that. I heard the director's cut of Midsommar was a banger, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll watch that.
all right. But anyways,
But Hereditary, no thanks.
the main. I remember after we saw Hereditary, I would just go like to you, and you'd be really upset by it.
Well, yeah, because it sucks. It's awful. Why'd you do that?
Anyways, but the main thing I recently didn't watch anything, but I went to All Monsters Attack in Chicago last weekend, and it was a delightful time. Had so much fun. It was a lot smaller than G-Fest, but that's not a bad thing. For once, I could actually fucking hear myself think in that vendor hall. My God, it was so refreshing.
That's good.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun, saw a lot of friends I hadn't seen in a while, made some new ones. Shout out, I told Brian about this. Shout out to Thirsty Thursday Toys, Adam from Thirsty Thursday Toys. I ran into him. We've talked about him on the show before, how he reached out to us on Instagram about maybe doing a follow-up episode to our Kaiju cocktails. I had a really, really nice time with him. We ran into each other. He gave me oh God, what the fuck? I'm blanking on the word. A coaster. He gave me a coaster.
A coaster.
And then, well, the better experience I had with him. And this is when we called you, Brian. I was
gonna say you guys called me.
Yeah, I was coming back from dinner, and I ran into him in the hotel lobby, and we were chatting, and he had a couple drinks at that point, and like I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna. We got some hard Mountain Dew upstairs because, I unabashedly love Mountain Dew, and I've been trying to get the hard Mountain Dew since it was announced, but for whatever fucking reason, despite being made by Boston Beer Company, I can't get it in Boston. I don't know what kind of wacky logic that is, but I can't get it in Boston. So my friend of the show, Jacob, who I was rooming with at the hotel, we had run to Target because he forgot shampoo and I forgot body wash, and I wasn't going to use that dinky little bar soap the hotel gives you. So we ran to Target to get some stuff, and I was like, let me see if I can find the Howard Mountain Dew here, because I know some Targets sell alcohol. I was looking through the shelves, looking through the coolers, nothing. Turned around to walk away. I see it like a fucking beacon of light on the floor, on a display, like maybe a grand total of 4 packs of the Hard Mountain Dew, and I just yell, "Oh, like very loudly, and also also like right in this guy's face. I was so excited to find the fucking Hard Mountain Dew.
What the fuck?
I was too excited. I was blinded by it.
God, you went full monkey mode from
did.
Hard Mountain Dew.
I really did.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
so bad. But anyways, so I was chatting with Adam like 2 nights after that. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go drink some Hard Mountain Dew. And he like just gets this like really wistful look, and he's like, you found it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, how much do you want for one? And I'm like, dude, nothing. We're friends now. You have to pay me for one. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I don't care. Come down to the room later. So he comes down to the room like 20 minutes later. I give him a Hard Mountain Dew, and then instead of paying me, even though he didn't have to pay me, he gifted me 2 Thirsty Thursday toy cups. So thank you again, Adam, for that. That was good.
Based as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
it was a nice little bartering system we had going on there.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that was really
I'm
fun.
bummed I couldn't make it.
You would have had a great time, Ryan. You really would have.
Well, blame my car,
Yeah,
and also the economy.
There's always next year, hopefully. But
I hope so.
yeah, but yeah, there was a lot of other fun stuff too. Like I got to meet Masaaki Daimon, who played Shimizu in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, which is again like my favorite movie of all time. I got to explain to him that like how much the movie meant to me, because I think I talked about this on our like. I think we called it like the Ultimate Godzilla retrospective episode. That like my mom used to tell me the story of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla as a bedtime story, just because I loved it so much. And it was really funny because like during his panel, Masaaki Daimon like made it very clear that he's like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of Godzilla. I've in the 50 years since the movie came out, I've probably seen it like 3 times. And I was like, I talked to him later on after the panel, because at that point he had a translator there with him, like so people could actually come up and chat with him. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. I usually watch it like 3 times a year, so you know, that was fun. That was really that was a really nice moment, like that I got to. It was kind of on the same level of like talking to Akira Takarada for the first time back in Anime Boston in 2015 or 2016. So that was really fun. Got to see Tom Kitagawa again. Always a delight to see him. He's a super nice dude. I felt really, really bad when I got to see Bin Furia, because the first time I met Bin Furia, so Bin Furia is the suit actor for Ultraman. The first time I met Bin Furia back in 2016, I think, he did not have to correct me on my Spacium Beam pose. I felt really, really proud about that, but this time he did, and I felt really bad. I'm like, no, I'm such a fake fan. It was
Rest
really
in
sad.
peace, Dave.
I know. So I felt so bad. It was not a good time.
Bummer.
Yeah. What else happened? I don't know. I got a phenomenal picture that is probably the best picture I've ever been in. My buddy Sean, Project Nautilus, he was there, and he was showing me like the details on the suit, and he let me get bitten by the Godzilla suit, and we took a really, really great picture that
I've seen it.
If you have me on Facebook, it's my current Facebook cover picture. I'm going to be dumping I still haven't dumped all my pictures from that weekend on Instagram, either my personal Instagram or the Talking Toku stuff. But it's overdue. I will do it this weekend, or not even this weekend, probably like before then, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'm sorry.
I don't remember where I saw the picture of you.
I think I sent it to you directly.
I think it was. I don't think so. I think it was either you or a friend of the show, Jacob, put it up on their Instagram story.
Maybe. It was. I mean, I definitely put it up on the Instagram story as well. That's where all the pictures went up. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, like I put all that stuff on my story. Just to. That's
probably where I saw it then.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really fun picture to take, and Sean made it. Him doing like the screaming face, like that kind of tied it together. I don't think it would have been as funny a picture if he wasn't in that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Any other standout memories from that weekend? I don't remember.
How much you missed me, and you definitely cried every night.
Yeah, I did. and I bought you something, but it broke, which is sad. But I'll
That's
fix it.
so
I'll
sad.
I know. I'll fix it. It's fine. I mean. So it was my buddy Nick, who is my co-host of the No Croissant podcast. He was there as a vendor for I think Meanest Media is his company, and he has a bunch of like cool 3D printed stuff. I'm not going to say what it is because I still don't want you to know, Brian. It's going to be a surprise when you actually get here and receive it. But yeah, he had a bunch of those, and like I saw him fixing a bunch of them at the table just because they were that part of that thing were like really, really delicate. And like I said, mine also broke, so I'm going to have to fix it at some point too. But he did give me free of charge because he's just such a nice guy. He made these little magatamas from the Heisei Gamera trilogy that actually react with heat. They turn white. You know, they're red, and then if you apply heat, they turn white, which is really cool. And I've been wearing that every day because it's just a nice little accessory.
Wow, it must be white all the time now.
Actually, I mean, I got out of the car one time on my way to work, and it was just all white because it was so hot.
I mean, it's 84 degrees out right now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not red anymore. That's interesting. But
we're technically being hit by a heat wave here in Washington.
Disgusting. But yeah, I think that's all. I mean, the blood party afterwards was smaller key because it was a smaller key than G-Fest already. But it was a smaller party at the end. But it was still a lot of fun. A lot of people. I knew most of the people there. It was inside because, I mean, for anyone who's been to G-Fest, you know, the blood party's usually held out in the patio of that hotel. But there was a lightning storm at the time, so we're like, let's not go outside tonight.
Epic.
Yeah. Like, we started outside, and we started seeing lightning in the distance, and we're like, okay, maybe not. So,
you want to know a fun fact?
I'd love a fun fact, Brian.
Since I've moved here 2 years ago, which is crazy to think already. I have not seen lightning once.
I'm so sorry for you.
Because lightning is apparently very rare here.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, due to the mountains and just like the general ecosystem, and like the topography of the land. Like, it's just lightning doesn't really, like, the conditions for it don't form.
Interesting.
So I've never seen any lightning here.
I love watching lightning. It's fantastic. I love.
I also love watching lightning, which is why whenever I want to see it, I just pull up one of those like long time lapse videos on
lightning storm.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's not the same though, Brian. It's the same as seeing it in real life.
It's not.
But
it's a bummer.
Yeah,
hoping that when I visit Massachusetts next, we'll get one.
Maybe we'll get a lightning storm. Cross your fingers. But yeah, that was All Monster Attack. Once again, I'm very, very sorry for anyone who listened to the show and came expecting stickers, because I got to the airport and realized, fuck, I left the Talking Toku stickers at home. So no one came up asking me for them, but I like Adam. Yeah, I was talking to him like, yeah, I forgot the stickers. I'm sorry, and I was like talking to other people that I like, yeah, you know, not to shield or anything, but I have a podcast. But I'm sorry, I didn't bring the stickers. But yeah, you know, it's fine. Next time is, you know, it's that little that gif of Rhodey from the first Iron Man where he goes, "Next time, baby." So
yep. Hopefully next time I'll be there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a real life Talking Toku live and in person.
Yep.
That'll be something. But that's pretty much it for my short little All Monsters Attack coverage. It was a great time. Yeah, that's it. So Brian, like I said, I have a bunch of ideas on what we can do going forward with this show. I have like so many.
Oh, now we're at the idea part.
We're at the idea segment.
You're the idea guy, Dave.
I'm the idea guy. Okay, and these can be done in like any order. So I know Donnie Winter, the host of Growing Up with Godzilla, voiced interest in coming on the show because he reached out to Jacob and was like, hey, do you do Talking Token? He's like, nope, that's not me, that's David. So I haven't reached out to him yet, but I probably will very soon now that we're like you know, because we had a bunch of stuff planned over the past couple of weeks, but now it's like, okay, we don't really have anything concrete planned. I can probably reach out to him.
Except for the Meg 2.
Except for the Meg 2. Well, then I'm going to get to that. But I don't know how free he's going to be because he did just get engaged, which congratulations, Donnie. I don't know how much free time you'll have. But if you know, feel free to come on the show. So there's that. I'd love to get him on the show. Again, now that I've met Adam in person, I'd love to do something with Thirsty Thursday Toys. Do like
hell yeah, and I talked to him over the phone, which means that I know him.
Yeah, you do, and
and he is a fellow Washington resident.
Yeah,
so.
you're in close proximity, sort of close proximity,
relatively close proximity.
Yeah,
by relatively I mean several hours away, but
still, it's something, but. Yeah, love to get him on the show, do like a both a sequel episode to the Kaiju Cocktails thing and also just a general interview about his channel. I think that'd be really cool.
I can make something cursed again.
You can make something cursed again, and he'll judge it very, very hard. So
good.
What else? Obviously, we're obviously going to be covering Meg 2: The Trench, but what we were talking about was like we read the book. Like the original book Meg, and review that. And I think that could be cool, like review that and then watch the movie again and like do kind of a comparison between the two. Because from what I understand, they do, like there are a lot of liberties taken from the source material. Like there's a lot of differences between the two versions. So I think that could be a really cool episode to do.
I'd be down. I mean, I told you. Well, I don't know if I told you, but I've been reading a lot. So
that's good. Yeah. So that one's kind of on you because I don't know how long it takes you to read a book. For me, it's like
long.
How long we talking, Brian?
Not that long.
Okay, because like for me, it's like 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on the length.
Oh, I could probably. I mean, depending on the length of the book, I can probably read it pretty quickly.
I don't think the Meg is that long, but I could be. I truly don't know. But
God, watch it be like an It-sized novel.
Oh my God, I don't know if I can handle that. But yeah, I think that'd be a cool idea. We still got to review The Lake at some point soon.
We got the Them remake.
We do have the Them thing as well.
God, that's gonna be annoying to say more. Them. The them. Fuck.
Those are my pronouns. But oh, now I'm the comedian here. Fuck you, Brian.
God damn it. Fuck.
Oh God. I had another idea, but now I can't remember what it was. I had them all in my head earlier today, and now they're just gone. They're just gone. There was at least one more. I don't remember.
No thoughts, head empty.
Well, I mean, there's Ultraman as well.
Oh God, I don't want to watch Ultraman.
We'll see about that.
That's when watching Ultraman is when this starts actually feeling like work.
Right? I know. Bad. But, yeah. So
oh my God.
That's kind of our rundown of ideas we have at the moment. You know, if you guys have any ideas or if any of those sound like something you'd like to hear, let us know. We will. There's no priority here. I mean, obviously, we'd want that Meg episode out before Meg 2 comes out. Like that would definitely be preferable. I think that would like make the most sense time-wise. Mm-hmm. But other than that, none of these really have any priority one way or the other. So we can do them when the fuck ever. You know? I don't care. I'll do it all. We'll do it all in one episode if it kills us.
Oh God. Can we not?
The most like chaotic episode we've ever done. It's like 5 hours long.
We have a guest. We talk about a book that we read, and then we also talk about a movie that we watched.
We have another guest.
And then we have another guest, and then there's a discussion topic. And then it's over.
Yeah.
Dave, you'd be in the recording studio till like midnight.
I know.
Probably longer.
Probably, yeah. Oh well, we'll figure it out though. But yeah, let us know. You can always let us know what you guys want. And, if there's something else you want us to talk about outside of those things I just mentioned, you let us know too. We'll put it into consideration, whatever it may be. If you want us to talk about specifically the 2 episodes of Star Wars: The Clone Wars about the Zillo Beast, we'll fucking do it. I love those episodes. I only say
those
that
episodes rock.
I'm only saying that because I'm looking at the Captain Rex helmet that's over on DCM co-host Howard's desk right now. That's the only thing that came to mind. But yeah. All right, I think that's it for the show, Brian. Unless you have anything else to add.
No.
Cool. All right, then. Well, you guys can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all at Talking Toku. I'll probably end up posting some of the AMA stuff on the Talking Toku Instagram at least. I don't know about any other stuff, other socials. I don't know if it's up right now, but it will be up soon. The panel I did at All Monsters Attack, I forgot to mention I did that panel. The Roaring Guitars panel about kaiju and heavy metal hard rock music. The video of that should be going up relatively soon. I'll probably share that around on the socials when it does, so keep an eye out for that. It was a lot of fun. It was the first time I'd ever done a panel. My public speaking skills aren't exactly up to snuff, but it was only like 4 people in the audience for the first 20 minutes. And B, at the end of the weekend, Jacob said out of all the fan panels he did, he thought I was the one who did the best. So that was a good little self-esteem boost. So thank you again, Jacob, for that. But yeah, that's kind of it. This is Talking Toku, is it not?
I think it is. Last time I checked.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 80% sure it is.
I'm like 81% sure.
Because otherwise, like, what the hell else? What are we even talking about?
We're just in a Discord call, just hanging out.
Just in a Discord. Yeah, I haven't been recording this whole time. This is just a silly little goof.
Yeah.
I don't even know who we're talking to right now. Aside from each other, like I don't know who this you, who the you or you guys I'm referring to is. I'm totally sober right now. I should confirm that. Like I am not under the influence of any other substances.
I think I'm suffering from heat exhaustion.
It's pretty nice here in Mass, actually. I think it was like it was like in the 70s all day. Yeah, it's 70 degrees.
It's 85 and terrible here.
Disgusting. I'm sorry for that, Brian.
And despite being near a lake that spans for like 2 miles, there's very, very, very minimal access to swimming.
Oh, that sucks.
So, yeah.
All
right.
Well, I think in that case, we will do our official sign-off. Once again, this has been Talking Toku. I have been David.
I'm Brian.
And we will see you guys next time with whatever the hell we decide to do. Goodbye.
Yeah.